Anterograde amnesia, a type of memory loss where the patient can no longer form new memories, but they are still able to retrieve memories formed before diagnosis, most commonly temporary, but in extreme cases can be permanent. One of the most famous cases of anterograde amnesia is the case study of HM, a patient who had their hypothalamus surgically removed at age 27, only to never form a new memory up until their death 5 decades later. They forgot daily events as quickly as they occurred. However, less extreme cases can occur in people's daily lives. For example, have you heard of somebody drinking so much one night that they can't remember what happened the next morning? Alcohol can impair memory formation and cause anterograde amnesia.
Retrograde amnesia, a type of memory loss where the patient can no longer retrieve memories pre-diagnosis, but they are still able to form new memories post-diagnosis. Now, the most unique example that I can give you that represents retrograde amnesia is in what's known as a fugue state, when an individual wakes up in an entirely new location, oftentimes a completely different city from the one they were currently living in, with no memory of how they got there, who they were before, or the life they lived. Hey Harrison, I'm having a little trouble. I'm trying to learn French, but I keep mixing up the French words with the German words.
That sounds like a classic case of proactive interference.
What's that?
Proactive interference. This type of interference occurs when previously learned material hinders current learning.
Ah, I see. So my brain is getting confused because my previous knowledge of the German words gets in the way of the French words.
Exactly. Your brain's trying to jump to what you've already learned, not what you're trying to learn now.
Oh, I see. Thank you. That is very useful information. What's up, Harrison? Long time no see.
Yeah.
I had a fantastic time learning French after I got over that proactive interference. But now, when I went to Germany, I kept on thinking of the French words for things, and my mind got confused the other way.
Oh yeah, that's a retroactive interference. It's different from before.
Retroactive interference. This type of interference occurs when current learning obscures or hinders retrieval of previously learned information.
Yeah, so now because you've learned all this new stuff, you can't remember what the old things are.
Confirmation bias, the tendency to interpret new evidence as confirmation of one's existing beliefs or theories. Confirmation bias is the one term that applies most often to us, whether we're doing research on social media or simply looking something up online. We tend to search for things that only confirm our already existing beliefs instead of acknowledging the other side. It is a classic dilemma that we all get into. We all want to believe that we are right. For example, this Facebook user who believes in a flat earth conspiracy theory types in evidence of flat earth rather than shape of the earth and finds plenty of videos supporting the conspiracy of a flat earth.
Wow, you are really tall. Are you a pro basketball player?
Oh no, I just work in accounting. I do a bit of weightlifting though.
Oh, really? Because you're so tall, I just immediately assumed that you'd be a baller.
Oh, that must be the representative heuristic. People come up to me all the time because of that.
The representativeness heuristic, what's that? Representativeness heuristic. A mental shortcut that occurs when the similarity of objects or events confuses people's thinking regarding the probability of an outcome. Oh, I gotcha. So it's kind of similar to stereotypes in that sense.
Yeah, kind of because you saw I was tall, you thought I would be a basketball player, even though it's very unlikely that anybody's a basketball player.
I gotcha.
Availability heuristic, a mental shortcut that relies on immediate examples that come to a given person's mind when evaluating a specific topic, concept, method, or decision.
The availability heuristic is largely dependent on what we hear around us. For example, we always hear that how gruesome shark attacks are and how many people die from shark attacks each year. But you would be surprised to find out that people are 20 times more likely to die from cows than sharks. And this is all because of the availability heuristic.
Hey Jackson, how'd you do on the AP Psych test?
Oh my gosh, that was the worst test. I don't know why I ever took it. Psychology is so hard. Like, I just wasted $100. I think I got a 2 for sure.
Oh, hey, if you got a 2, you did better than everybody else who got a 1, so you're not a complete failure. And besides, you probably learned a lot of new things while taking this class.
Actually, that's a very good point. I do remember this one term called framing.
Framing. A cognitive bias where people decide between options based on whether the options are presented with positive or negative connotations.
Exactly, yeah, I'm sure you've learned a lot of new things while taking this class.